A baseball lifer, Mel Stottlemyre burst on the scene as a mid-season call-up for the New York Yankees in 1964, helping the club win its fifth consecutive pennant and starting 3 games in the World Series. One of the most underrated and overlooked pitchers of his generation, Stottlemyre won 149 games and averaged 272 innings per season over a 9-year stretch from 1965 to 1973 that corresponded with the nadir of Yankees history. Only Bob Gibson, Gaylord Perry, Mickey Lolich, and Juan Marichal won more during that period. Only Perry tossed more innings, and only Gibson fired more shutouts than Stottlemyre's 38. Stottlemyre was the epitome of Yankee class and dignity, wrote longtime New York sports writer Phil Pepe. He was a throwback to a winning tradition in those years of mediocrity. After a torn rotator cuff ended his playing career at the age of 32 in 1974, Stottlemyre embarked on a storied career as a big league pitching coach, most notably for the New York Mets from 84 to 93 and the Yankees from 96 to 2005. Denied a championship as a player, he won 5 as a coach in 86, 96, and 98 through 2000. Melvin Leon Stottlemyre was born on November 13, 1941 in Hazleton, Missouri, the third of 5 children. In 1950, his family moved to Mabton, Washington, a small farming town in Washington's Yakima Valley, where he was employed at the Hanford Atomic Energy Plant. Stottlemyre pitched in American League Legion Baseball and attended Mabton High School in Mabton, Washington, and then Yakima Valley Community College. A scout for the Yankees discovered Stottlemyre pitching for Yakima's baseball team and signed him to a contract with no signing bonus on June 10, 1961. The Yankees assigned him to the Harlan Smokies of the rookie-level Appalachian League. After appearing in 8 games, the Yankees promoted him to the Auburn Yankees of the Class D New York Penn League, and he appeared in 7 games for them. He then had a 17-9 win-loss record for the Greensboro Yankees and was promoted to the Richland Virginians of the Class AAA International League in 1963. He alternated between starting and relieving for Richmond before Ralph Houck, the Yankees general manager, insisted that Stottlemyre be used exclusively as a starting pitcher. He recorded a 1.42 ERA in 64 season, the best in the International League. Called up in mid-season in 64, Stottlemyre went 9-3 to help the Yankees to their 5th consecutive pennant, while being on the cover of the Sporting News. In the 64 World Series, Stottlemyre faced Bob Gibson of the St. Louis Cardinals 3 times in the 7-game series. Stottlemyre bested Gibson in Game 2 to even the series and got a no decision in Game 5, but lost the decisive Game 7 as the Cardinals won the series. Stottlemyre was named to the American League AL roster for the 65 All-Star Game. He won 20 games that year and led the AL with 18 complete games, 291 innings pitched, and 1,200 batters faced. He also appeared in the 66 MLB All-Star Game, and he led the league with 20 losses. Stottlemyre won 20 games in the 68 and 69 seasons. He also started in the 1969 All-Star Game. Stottlemyre threw 40 shutouts in his 11-season career, the same number as Hall of Fame lefty Sandy Koufax, which ties him for 44th best all-time. 18 of those shutouts came in a 3-season span from 71 to 73. The Yankees released Stottlemyre before the 1975 season. Mel retired the same year with 164 career wins and a 2.97 ERA. Known as a solid hitting pitcher, on July 20th, 1965, Stottlemyre hit a very rare inside-the-park grand slam. He remains only one of 2 pitchers to accomplish that feat. In 1977, Stottlemyre reemerged in baseball as a roving instructor for the then expansion Seattle Mariners. He spent 5 seasons in that position and was hired by the New York Mets as their pitching coach in November of 1983. He served in the role for 10 years, which included their 86th World Series championship team. In 1996, Stottlemyre joined the Yankees coaching staff, along with the incoming manager Joe Torre. Under Torre, Stottlemyre lowered the team ERA from 4.65 in 1996 to 3.84 in 1997. The pitching staff was regarded as a major factor in the team's dynasty years, when they won 4 World Series championships in 5 years. After 10 seasons, Stottlemyre resigned his coaching position in 2005. Stottlemyre was named pitching coach of the Seattle Mariners in the 2008 season and lasted just 1 season with the Mariners before he retired from baseball for good. Stottlemyre passed away on January 13th, 2019, when he was diagnosed with multiple myeloma that he had been battling for many, many years. To honor Stottlemyre, the Yankees wore black armbands on their uniforms during this past 2019 season. Mel Stottlemyre, a Yankees legend and the favorite son of Mabton, Washington.